It's caught on the outside. That's a first down and a lot more Carlos Shavers makes his first catch of the night. Brady's got to have so much fun with all these toys to work with, the tight ends and 3 running backs, and of course Josh Allen.
Yeah, and he sees it before it happens. They use motion as an indicator, so he already knows that Shavers is going to be freed out in the flat, so that's why he doesn't even finish his drop. He's already trying to get the ball out there to be able to get the ball to Shavers because he knows he's going to outflank this defense. They motion, we saw the response and how the defense with his rookie Marshall goes with him, and it's like a little bit of a screen, a little bit of a pick.
ภูมิใจที่เลือกเป็นกันทั้งบ้าน
Out in space out there to the flat, but again, just the awareness, the vision, the 8 years of experience. He knew before he got the ball in his hands from the snap where he was going to go and did it quickly.
And they're working on Jason Marshall, so we've got a timeout here.
A new era of Audi electric performance is here, built to outperform expectations. With sleek silhouettes, lightning fast charging,
เขาก็ปกปิด
and
ตา
innovative tech.
มันเป็นความจริงที่มาจากแต่ขี้เล่า
Electrifying
เด็กน้อยลากยาผม
Visit
ไม่
your
ใช่
Audi
จากพ
dealer
ระเจ้า
today and lease a new 2025 Q6 e-tron Quattro for
บิดเบือนมัน
$499 per
สิ
month.
บิดเบือนมันไปเลย
When the Eagles won the Super Bowl, yeah, man, one of the greatest days of my life.
But that day was ruined by accusations that my birds only won
โอ้
to
มี
sell
ผู้คนเป็น
wings.
พันล้านที่สนับ
You
ส
know
นุ
what
น
they're
น้อง
saying
ลิ
out
ซ่า
there? They're saying
นะ
the quarterbacks are scrambling, apparently, to
ทำ
sell
ไมต้อง
eggs.
อายทำไมต้องอาย
Oh, Baker Mayfield's a bread influencer.
That man does bake.
You know, football is not a ploy to sell food.
ทำไมต้องอาย
When football makes you hungry, order Uber Eats.
พูดความจริงก็เถอะทำไมคนต้องอายพูดเรื่องตอแหลไม่เคยพูดออกสื่อ
Here
แบ
at
บ
Once
ไม่
Upon
อา
a
ย
Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. What's in your wallet?
Downey showed this NFL mom a clip about her son.
Hey, you smell like hot dog water, boy. Oh, dude.
Not my son. We need to do something about that. Do I smell hot dog water?
Mama, what you doing here?
Ugh, take this funky shirt and throw it in there. Have you heard of Downey Rinse? I'm going to show you how to rinse that odor out. Smell that.
That smells a lot better.
It does.
Rinse impossible odors out in one wash.
I think the importance of a fan to me, I draw from that energy, the passion, the togetherness. That's what our fans are, and I think they should never change. Fan like a pro at NFLshop.com.
Oh man, just what they needed. You can see the 3 cornerbacks already out, and now you got Jason Marshall reaching for his hamstring. He's out. Trying to find anybody to play corner right now.
Yeah, this is a new secondary. If you go back to where they were a year ago, even if they had it, everybody in the lineup, they'd still be breaking in a new group.
Allen to the outside. Cook makes that catch. Taken down there by Ashton Davis after a short game. Get it 2, second and 8.
We got another Dolphin player down.
So they
Believe it or not, it's another corner, Jack Jones.
ซีอูกับซีเอเป็นไงมาชินีไว้เป็นไง
So Jones, who they picked up from Vegas after last season, here's what happened.
เดี๋ยวจบที่งานเดี๋ยวไปอัด
Unfriendly fire.
Yeah, Kincaid there on a crosser, like a mesh route.
อัดแท็กยาว
Left shoulder got him right in the chest.
That means Ethan Bonner is going to come into the game, second-year guy.
คิดว่านี่แหละถูกต้อง
Free agent
แล้ว
out of Stanford.
And he's been dealing with a hammy himself.
Yeah, first time he's been active this season tonight in game 3.
And you're going against Josh Allen. All these weapons with these corners.
Look, well, breaks that first tackle. Got away from Jalen Phillips. And as he crossed the line, we're halfway through the quarter. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 as Marshall goes back to the locker room.
The strength of this defense is the edge of Phillips, who it's great to see him back and healthy after what he dealt with in 23 with the Achilles and 24 last year with the knee. And on the other side, Bradley Chubb, who's dealt with some injuries. But when they're healthy, they got to win on the outside for this defense, especially right here.
Little decent news is Jack Jones was out for only one play. Allen in the pocket. Allen under pressure. Allen's going to go down at the 25-yard line. Bradley Chubb is there.
On cue. We just talked about like if they're gonna be able to slow down Josh Allen, you've got to be able to win here and here. And the fact that they're getting healthier, these guys as a tandem when they rush them both. It's one thing you slide one way. Here you got Dawkins on an island and Brown on the other side, two very talented tackles, but Chubb able to get home.
Yeah, Chubb now has a sack in every game. That's 3 for the season. Prater now a 39-yard field goal attempt.
And
that kick is no good. So the big hero on opening night misses this one. Miami holds. 14-7 is the score. We're back in 30 seconds.
Wow.
Oh my God. I mean, why did you even take this picture?
They did you dirty. But honestly, it's too good not to post.
Are you serious?
Very serious.
Why don't you post it that fast?
Needed to be seen.
No, it did not.
How about Taylor Rooks and Richard Sherman? They like pros, don't they? Meanwhile, Prater was anything but a pro on this one. This is like 10 miles.
And the hold, and you and I have never golfed together. I've told you I'm terrible. I'd make you feel good about your games. You need to play with me to make you get your confidence up. But that was just a miss. I mean, the operation was perfect. Snap, hold. He had the big kick against Baltimore. Great career. But he gives the Dolphins life here.
Yeah, exactly what Miami needed is Tua goes back and nothing happened in downfield, so he has to swing it to the outside. Nate Chan will get wrestled down or stopped anyway after a gain of about 3.
You're just tuning in. The Dolphins took the ball in their opening drive, and boy, they were in sync. They had a little bit of everything going. They gave Tua some time. They were able to control the line of scrimmage with his offensive line despite the injuries and the inexperience up front. And they really just moved the ball after a big kickoff return right down the field, jumped out to a 7-0 lead. And since then, the Bills have adjusted and brought more pressure, and the Dolphins have not been able to respond back.
Achane keep it on the ground, fighting. Comes up about 2 yards shy of the first. Tackled there by Tre'Davious White. Good to see him back. Long-time Bill, had an Achilles, had surgery. A couple of teams played with the Rams last year for a while. Back here.
And his teammates love him. He was part of that core group going back a number of years ago, now in his 9th year in the league. Deion Dawkins, Josh Allen, a lot of the Bills excited to have him back. Big play here for this Dolphins offense.
3rd down and 1. Inside to the 43. So they back to Ollie Gordon, who was the big guy on that first drive, scored the touchdown. He picks up the first. Clock keeps running 4.5 to the half.
That's rookie against rookie there. What a job at 225 pounds. He was met right at the line of scrimmage by Walker, the rookie out of Kentucky. And he's able to shake through that arm tackle and pick up just enough for that first down. What a great addition to all the speed that they have all over this offense to bring in a big thumper like that to get those tough yards.
6'2", 225. Got a great preseason. Now through the middle. Achane Tua to this point has only thrown 9 times the 32 yards, or averaging only 3 yards per pass.
This is an offense. We all know about Mike McDaniel, his time at San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan. And they've got to be able to run the football, especially tonight on the road with this offensive line. They do not want to be in a situation where Tua, like the first 2 weeks, is just constantly throwing. That's why, even though they're down 7, you got to stick to the game plan, stick to your guns, your identity. Run the ball and set up that play action.
Fake toss. And then to the outside, look out. Ajan pays to Bryce Shaq Thompson, who's been doing that sort of stuff for 11 years in the league. Third down.
Shaq Thompson, with his experience, he knew that Alec Ingold is the escort. Ingold matched up one-on-one here. It's a foot race. He's got to be able to get out to the outside and then be able to finish the play off. But it was because he was able to have that peripheral vision on that blocker, allowed him to get outside of him and have leverage to finish off that play.
Every time Tua looks down the middle, nobody's open. Flushed out again. Down the sideline, and that's caught at the 41-yard line. So Tyreek Hill makes the catch, keeps the drive alive with 2.5 to the half.
That's a heck of a job, obviously, on the backside by Tyreek Hill, helping out his quarterback. We know about his ability to make plays in space. Here he's just trying to say, hey, I'm in your vision. I got this. And then he goes way up to climb the ladder to make that play. And how about Tua gets that corner blitz, broke contain, and then kept his eyes downfield and eventually looked backside and finds Tyreek Hill.
Taken down to the 2-minute warning, and we have reached it before the snap. So 1st and 10, 2 minutes remaining in the first half with the Bills on top of the Dolphins. 14-7.
Wow, hold up. Look at those nacho cheese chips.
Hey, let's be healthy with kale chips.
Yuck. Let's get cheesy.
Kale chips?
Nacho cheese.
Like kale chips.
Nacho decision, baby. Let's party.
Wait, let me look at this. 16 grams of protein? That's good.
That is good. Now eat it like a rabid chipmunk.
Big on protein, low on sugar, huge on flavor. Quest. It's basically cheating.
You've always been ahead of the game. Excellence is your default, and Lexus knows that feeling is unmatched. Their standard isn't for the average, it's for those who set the bar and elevate it. So as you redefine what's possible, Lexus refines what you deserve. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something is a car that stops short of amazing.
All right, team. USAA is open to
spouses and kids of military who joined, like me. And grandchildren if their parents joined. Are you eligible, Coach Gronk?
It's complicated.
USAA. Become a member today.
My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my mother, Samra, and to my origin. Every drop, a new inspiration. Nespresso Samra Origins.
ลองคิดดูประเภทนี้ที่เป็นทารกมาจนแบบจะ 70-80
I'm not going to college. This band's gotta work.
The song that you're working on, I wrote some lyrics.
เมื่อมันเป็นความเข้าใจของคนทั่วไปนะที่เราจะเป็นการศึกษาที่เราแก่ไปเราเป็นเด็ก
The international games are back on NFL Network. And here our stars come out in the morning. So wake up and watch the game's best. Light up the world stage. 6 games across Europe with a return to London and debuts in Dublin, Berlin, and Madrid. Snooze off. Game on. It's Sunday morning football. NFL International Games only on NFL Network starting September 28th.
Carissa trying to wrangle the troops. State Farm halftime show coming up. There's our gang surviving the follies in Green Bay last week. And yeah, I know, sure. And ready to go.
I missed that, but I saw the video. Looks like you guys had a hell of a time.
1st and 10. That pass is broken up by White. Intended for a chance. He talked about Tre'Davious White. Now in his 9th season in the year. League last year went to the Rams, went to Baltimore, comes back home here.
You see Achane out there to the outside, gives you an idea of what kind of skill set he has as a running back that can line up as a receiver. They want to move him around. Heck of a job of getting his arm, quite that left arm on the back or on the body, work the right arm around him and knock that ball away by the veteran White.
2nd and 10. Tua trying to get it downfield. Nobody home, throws it away. 3rd and 10 with 1:48 left.
They rush 4 that time. Sit back in zone. All the eyes of that back 7 on Tua. So the pressure there, able to affect Tua, made him very, very uncomfortable. You can see him. He didn't know to turn left or turn right. Eventually, just get rid of the ball. Got to be careful here with 1:48. Josh Allen as good as any quarterback in the NFL in 2-minute offense.
Crowd pumped up for this 3rd down. Tagovailoa over the middle, it's caught. Hill spins around, looks for the first down, gets it. So on a 3rd and 10, Tyreek Hill comes to the rescue.
2 plays on this drive where Tyreek Hill just does things you just don't see very many players be able to make. The 3rd down conversion where he helps out, finds a soft spot in the zone when his quarterback's running for his life. And then here, the yards after the catch where they had him completely, they had leverage on him, the outside on both sides, and he's able to still stop and go and outrun that defense to get those first down yards.
Spinorama moving the sticks, ticking down to a minute.
Work that clock if you're Tua.
Gordon in the backfield. They give it to him. Gordon picks up about 5. Clock still running. Miami has all of its timeouts, as does Buffalo, and the Bills, I think, have decided to use one here.
And Buffalo's thinking about trying to hit the ball back to Josh Allen.
Exactly. Back in 30 seconds.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the leadership of this captain, but getting that captain.
I spy motion on the port side. Missed again. Imagine kill. What are we doing?
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Close to me.
So 55 seconds. Last 2 drives, 2 quick 3 and outs. This drive, 10 plays, 48 yards, and has consumed over 5 minutes.
Ideally, if you're Miami, you're thinking about points. Make the Bills burn all their timeouts. You want to try to get points with under 20 seconds to go. So Josh Allen doesn't have any time.
Buffalo has 1 timeout remaining. Tua to the outside. Achane, nothing happening there. He wants to stay in bounds, and he does, to make the Bills use that last timeout. 3rd down.
There may be some people watching this thinking, why is it Miami trying to get out of bounds? Why is it Miami the one using their timeouts? Because they're smart. They know who they're going up against tonight in Josh Allen.
Right.
And that's why Sean McDermott is thinking, hey, we want to try to give our guy time. And if we get him off the field here, make him kick a field goal, we're going to be able to give him maybe 35, 40 seconds to work with. Bills get the ball, again, to start this second half. They deferred.
Exactly. You don't want to give him a 2 for 1. So 47 seconds. A running play with, they don't get a first down, would take them down to the nub. Take the time out, at least get the field goal. Let's see what they got in store here. Tua stepping up, avoids the sack. He's going to run. He's going to get the first down and slides to a stop at the 18-yard line. Now, you got a first down. Yeah. Now you want to take your own time out here. But they're letting the clock run.
Now they get it.
Yeah.
And Now, how about Tua there? Again, not the most comfortable when it comes to getting out of pressure and creating, but he's out here competing. And he realizes when this thing opens up and he's got everybody covered downfield, they're playing zone, they got eyes on him, he still was able to find enough room there and shows he's got enough speed to be able to get the first down. Good feel, didn't force it, didn't try to force it into one of his receivers like he's done a couple times, especially in Indy week 1. And then he slides to avoid that big collision, and they get the timeout after the first down. Great job there.
Big play on several levels. If he gets sacked, I mean, they're still in field goal range, but a lot longer field goal. Now it's a different story. Half a minute. They have 2 timeouts at the 17. Achane, the running back. Tua hit from behind as he throws, and that at the 10-yard line is incomplete. It bounces into Tanner Conner's hands. Looks at the ref as if he did make the grab. They say no. Bosa put the heat on. 2nd and 10.
You know, initially, he got his arms underneath the football. That ball didn't skip to him. He got his arms under the ball, but it must have gone through and then hit right there. If he keeps his elbows together, that's a catch, but instead it slid right through. Terry, in our picture here, up here in the booth, waving incomplete. He agrees with us and the officials. That ball went right through his arms.
This is the 14th play of this drive.
On
2nd and 10. Achane to about the 10-yard line. Take a timeout here. Dorian Williams makes that tackle. They still have 1 remaining with 17 ticks.
Second charge timeout. Now, I don't know if they're going to score a touchdown here, but as far as managing this drive, they've converted on a few third downs. They've been able to work the clock down. When you go back to where this drive started and how it's played out, this is about as perfect of a drive as you could hope for if you're Mike McDaniel. Now it's just a matter of what he told us on our Zoom. We get down here, we've got to score touchdowns because they know 17 Blues on the other side and how tough he is to stop for this Miami defense.
On this drive, there's Stephen Ross, the owner of the team and chairman of the board. Miami on this drive 4 for 4 on 3rd down. 3rd and 3. Hill is in the backfield this time. Tua will throw it to him. Tyreek Hill out of bounds with 11 seconds. They can serve that last timeout. That's going to make it 1st and goal.
Good call, Al. What a great job there by getting the ball to your playmaker, as you mentioned, out of the backfield. And because he's so sudden, even though the Bills are trying to force him back inside to make them use that last time out, he's able to not only pick up that first down, but with the speed and awareness, able to get out of bounds now to the 3-yard line.
5 runs, 10 passes on this thus far 15-yard drive.
With that timeout, you can still run the ball.
Tua throws, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown by Jalen Waddle. His first catch of the night. And the Dolphins, who were in dire straits not long ago, looking like Buffalo was on their way to a touchdown and maybe a 2-possession lead, able to get the stop, the missed field goal, and down the field they go. 71 yards.
Yeah, and that missed field goal, I think, gave them some life, but then it was still up to the offense to put a productive drive together here, knowing that they had to put points up on the board and had to convert. And they were able to execute. Look at 8 seconds left. Could not have been, as we said, any better for Mike McDaniel. What's interesting to me, I mentioned they can still run the ball. I think Tua saw the look that he wanted because look at this matchup right here and look at the cushion. Tre'Davious White ends up giving Waddle at the line of scrimmage. Kind of sinking in coverage, which is surprising. Makes it really easy for Tua just to flip it out there with that soft coverage where Waddle's able to make that play and get down for the touchdown. We got to go all the way back to the 3rd down where they blitzed the corner. This kept the drive alive where he scrambled, which isn't his game, looked backside and finds Tyreek Hill in the soft spot in the zone. And here's Hill again, yards after the catch, where they had him leveraged and he outran the defense. So what a drive. It's a team that's 0-2, own fans doubting them, signs over their own stadium about firing the head coach. And in a short week, in a tough environment, in a divisional matchup, every reason to give up, and instead they fight back to get it to 14-all.
To tie the game with 8 seconds, Waddle, who was on the
รู้
injury
ไหมระห
list
ว่าง
this
ที่
week
พูด
with
ถึ
a
ง
shoulder
พวกที่
injury.
ดักฟังอยู่นี่
He and Hill,
คอ
the
ยเหยี
key
ยบยา
guys
ไป
on
เรื่อย
that
ตลอ
drive,
ด
the kickoff to the end zone. They're going to run it out. And out past the 25 to the 30 goes Codrington. Clock
อ้าว
stops at
เสือก
2
ตลอดเวลา
seconds.
แต่ไม่รู้เรื่องที่อะไรเลย
Winning play
ต
for
ลกดี
Movie Night Prime Video. Watch family favorites like How to Train Your Dragon, The Bad Guys 2, and Superman available
นี่แหละ
for
ผล
rent
งาน
or
ตาม
buy on Prime Video. Downtown Buffalo. Great night, 66 degrees.
That wasn't our hotel back there, was it?
No, sir. No. We were
จ
out
ริงๆมันก็เหยียดหยาม
in the suburbs.
ดูหมิ่นอยู่ตลอดเวลาทุกอย่างที่เมืองข้าม
I can spot a hotel
ต่อให้เป็นความจริงยังไงก็ตามแต่เป็นเรื่องราวใหญ่โตขนาดไหนก็ตามแต่มันก็ยังเหยียดหยามแล้วก็ลอยหน้าลอยตา
Bills get the second
ลอง
half.
ถามดูทุกข่าวเอาไปถามไม่ได้ถ้ามันปฏิเสธ
Sean, describe the
ยังไงก็
challenges
เป็น
that
เรื่องจริง
Miami's
วนซ้ำ
offense
อยู่
has given you.
Well, right now, that drive in particular was third down, third and longs. Our rushing cover's got to work better together.
Where do you see room for improvement for your offense in the second half?
Well, I thought we moved the ball well. We stalled out down here. We've got to come up with points, at least 3 right there.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. If you're just tuning in, go figure. We got a good one. 14-all. Coming up next, the State Farm Halftime Show.